If you look at America's two parties, they're actually very close together in terms of their ideological differences.
The era of big government is over.
Focus groups described our party as narrow-minded, out of touch, and, quote, stuffy old men.
So we don't have an immediate crisis in terms of debt. In fact, for the next 10 years, it's going to be in a sustainable place.
Is he right that we don't have an immediate crisis?
We do not have an immediate debt crisis.
If you make money with money, you get taxed at very low rates, 15% dividends and capital gains. If you make money with muscle or hard work or sweat of your brow, you get taxed at rates that move on up. The high rates are falling on the middle class and the upper middle class.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
The biggest category is rooted in paying for procedure instead of for health care, and having no comparative studies of cost and outcomes.
Our kids are not being engaged enough. Their needs are not being met. In too many cases, what they're learning is irrelevant in their lives. So it's time for us to take a good hard look at what you need to learn to be relevant in the 21st century.
I think one of the messages that the American people have clearly sent is get serious about living within our means and managing our budget in a responsible way.
I just don't think it's the role of the United States to walk into a country and say, we do it this way, so should you. An arrogant nation, they'll resent us. If we're a humble nation but strong, they'll welcome us.
Two parties have effectively created a monopoly or a duopoly. It is very, very difficult to get on the ballot in any state. It's a scandal, really, because democracy should be about giving people alternatives and allowing people's voices to be heard. But the two parties collude to make sure that you don't get a third party.
You must create the change that you want to see. Ordinary people can accomplish extraordinary things.